Michelle to my left, Claire here as well. If you've got any questions, just raise your hand and the girls will come over and give you a hand before we get underway. Before we get underway, the format for today's auction is fairly simple. I'm going to read through the key terms of the contract that I need to mention. Talk through the rules for today's auction, talk a bit about the home and the opportunity that's just behind me here, and then from that point forward I'll open up and I'll call for your competitive bidding. The property is known in the contract as lot number 60 on plan of subdivision 069322 and certificate of title volume 8620, folio 855, but better known to you and I as 30 Lechte Road here in Mount Waverley. Today's sale and the contract does include all the fixtures and fittings, meaning everything is stuck as staying with the property, including some other items that are listed within the contract that's been distributed prior to today. But essentially, all fixtures and fittings as well are included in the contract. We are selling via a public auction whereby a 10% deposit is required upon signing of the contract. However, that can come in the form of a $20,000 deposit via bank transfer or via bank check today, and then the balance of that 10% can come through on Monday via the same method. Settlement is pretty clear cut, where 30 or 60 days is the settlement that we're calling for here today. So 30 or 60 days is the settlement that we'll be accepting if you are the successful purchaser here today. The rules for today's auction are follows: that the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prevent an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The bidders do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, and the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Pretty straightforward, but if you've got any questions in relation to those rules, the terms, the contract itself, then just raise your hand and we'll seek to give you those answers before we get underway. But before we get underway, I want to talk to you about the home and the opportunity. As I said before, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic, well-located home, many uses and options for it. 672 square metres of approximate land, meaning many things here. You can either look to build 2 townhouses subject to council approval, build 1 large luxury home for yourself to live in. Maybe you look to do it as an investment to resell later and gain the profit from that venture. But you've got a flat block that faces north that's able to do that here today. As I said, flat rectangular block, north facing, 17 metre frontage, so it gives a lot of options when it comes to that building process down the line. But the house itself, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 3 car locked up accommodation behind me as well. Renovate the spaces and use the home as it currently stands as the home for you, an investment property, before you start to look at those plans perhaps down the track. Certainly a home with lots of options, great land size, great location. Of course, in the Mount Waverley Secondary College catchment, you'd expect so, given that you can walk to the school itself, walking distance also to primary kindergartens from here, short distance to the Mount Waverley Village, to the Glen Shopping Centre, Chadstone Shopping Centre if you're game enough to be here or be there today, and only 10 or 15 minutes down to the city on the M1 from where we are here. So location, land, a good size home with plenty of options in your hands very shortly, buyers. But before I sell, I want to tell you the rules, the final rule on how I sell here today. I'll call it 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call. And when the hammer hits the contract like so, the property is sold. I cannot take a bid or offer after that takes place, so make sure you've raised your hand, called out your bid nice and loud, and secured this fantastic home and opportunity behind me. So bidders and buyers, I throw it over to you now. A fair and reasonable start, what I look for. 30 Lechte Road here in Mount Waverley. Buyers in your hands from here. You start me where you like, I'll be guided by you. Fair, reasonable start from your end. Start me where you like. Give you a moment or so to decide. Or I'll kick things off for you if you like. You make a start, up to you. Or I can make it. I'll make a start then and place the vendor bid at 1,200,000 and we'll get moving along from there. At 1,200,000, the bid's with me. It's in your hands now to make a start. At 1,200,000 and above is where I stand. At 1,200,000 now, call for a nice rise of 50 perhaps is a good start from your end to put yourself in the box seat to buy here today. But at 1-2, it's with me now. 1.25 from up the back there with Claire, 1,250,000. Good luck to your bidding there, sir. Next to Claire, 1,250,000. The bid, we're off and running. Call it 1-3 from here if you like to put yourself in the box seat. Otherwise, buy here. Right opportunity to talk to us straight up, drop it if need be. At 1,205,000 to 50. Do we go to 1-3 from here? At 1,250,000 on my right hand side. Do I call 3 times and work with gentlemen over there? Happy to do so, can do so shortly. Call 3 times and I'll do as such. First time in the call now at 1,250,000. 1.3 there, welcome along to your bidding and good luck as well at 1,300,000, just under the tree too. At 1,300,000 now, 350 if you like from here. At 1,300,000's under there as well, 2 of you in it at this stage. At 1.3 is the bid. At 1,300,000 on my right hand side, against our bidder next to Claire as well. Your bid and offer from here to put yourself back in front, 1.3 is the bid there. At 1,300,000 we work with you then, if there's no better bid or rise from there, I'll call 3 times. First call. Second call. Third and final call. All finished and done. Well, we could be working with you in just a moment or so. I'll check in over here on my left-hand side to see if there's any further rise or bid. Otherwise, we work with you. That's my clear instructions. I work with you if there's no better bid. We negotiate. You'll have the first right, and on most occasions that means you'll buy the property from our end, because 99% of the time that's what occurs. At 1,300,000, it's with you at this point in time. I call again 3 times. All other buyers, you'll need to bid now if you've come to buy. Otherwise, I work with that party over here and we'll negotiate in the shade in just a moment. First time in the call now at 1,300,000. Second call now at 1.3. Third, final call, all finished and done. Well, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, while I seek some instructions from our vendor, but we'll probably join you shortly, sir, and madam at the back.
Come here.
Yeah. Those instructions are really quick and short. Claire's yelled out to me. What do we say, Claire? 1.31. I take your rise at 1.3 and open the bidding back up at 310.
How much?
320. At 1,320,000. 320, they're back in front. 330, what do we say? Quickly back at them now. 320 is their bid. 330, what do you say? 320 is their bid. Do we go 330 straight away back to them? Need to know, or do I negotiate with them? 320. 330 the bid. 350 the bid. 350 the bid now. At 1,350,000. 350 against you. 360. 370. 370 the bid. 380. 1.4. We're on the market and selling. Make it clear. We sell to you if there's no better bid. 410. Just between the two of you now. 410's the bid on the market and sell. On the market we sell there. 410's the bid. 420. At 1,420,000. We sell back over this side. At 1,420,000 we sell. I call 3 times this time and knock it down, it's done. At 1,420,000 we sell across the road. If there's no better bid, make it clear. Same opportunity to all other buyers here today. Make it known we sell now. 1,420,000. I count it down 3 times to sell. First call now, we sell away over here, 1,420,000. Second call now, we sell. Third and final call. All finished and done. 143?
Yep.
430 back in front now. Against our two other parties, 430 in front. At 1,430,000, still against you. 4 up the back, 430 is the bid in here. 3 parties still active. At 430 the bid again, same rules apply. I knock it down in a moment or two. Need to know up the back, and up the back here. Otherwise we sell 1,430,000 the bid. I'll wait for the car to pass, but I need your bid if you're going to be in or out. I need to know. Otherwise we knock it down. 431. 431. Against you, maybe strong bid to knock that out at 431 the bid there. 431, what do you want to do from here? 431. At 1,431,000 sneaks back in front with a $1,000 rise. Strong bid may be the precursor to the knockout bid, I'd say. 1,433,000. 433. To make it nice and easy, 433 at 1,433,000. 435. 435. 1.45. Good bid. At 1,450,000, good solid bid at 145 the bid. At 1,450,000 the bid now. Could be the knockout blow. I'll check it up the back, check it over here. But at 1,450,000 we sell in front if there's no better bid. Call 3 times, we sell. Up the back, need to know.
2,000. 1.452.
452. 452. 452. At 1,452,000. 452. Need to know now where the strategy lies if you want to place that further knockout bid and see at 1,452,000. At 1,452,000. I called 3 times. First time in the call now, we sell away at 1,452,000.
1455.
455. Back at you now as well as across the road, 455 the bid. 455, are we done? I'll check in a moment or so. At 1,455,000 the bid. Need to know in front here and up the back if we're 100% sure we're done. 455 is the bid. Sure? Done. Finish. I thank you for your bidding. If that's the case, we'll need to find you another property. I'll check in just one last time before we wrap it up though. And in front of here too, 455 the bid. Need to know, are we done? Finished? Do I knock it down? Just give you enough time to make that final decision, just in case. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think you are either, so that's why we wait.
Sit down, Jim. Sit down.
I'll take a seat and we'll see. At 1,455,000, we sell away. If there's no better bid, need to know now. I knock it down in 3. First call, we sell away 1,455,000. Second call now. At 1,000,000.
147.
Sorry.
147.
1,470,000. 1,470,000. Good strong bid again. Against you up the back now at 470 the bid. At 1,470,000 now. Bless you. At 1,470,000 the bid in front. I call 3 times and sell in front otherwise. Give you a moment.
1472.
1472. At 1,472,000. At 1,472,000 the bid. Up the back. Give you another moment or two as well. At 1,472,000, we sell Again, up the back. 3 calls. First call, we sell.
148，哎，148，
Second call,
8，好不好？
we sell. Third and final call, all finished and done. Selling. Selling. Are we in? Out? Done?
Not yet, no.
Need to know before I knock it down, Michelle? Knock down?
不要这样
Done?
子
Finished? Sure.
148，不要了。
Well, it might be an early congratulations up the back again. I'll call 3 times, maybe for theatre or sport, but 1472. First call, second, third, and final call. Selling. Selling. Congratulations. We are sold. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending another Ray White Office with a fantastic Christmas and Happy New Year.